Hey, welcome to this nice episode in the Philippines this time. Today we have Edward Santia from EGS Art Studio, which is based in the wonderful area of the Philippines. Welcome to the show today, Edward.
Hey, thank you for this opportunity, Lindsey and Ingrid. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Edward. It's lovely to meet you. We usually start right back at the beginning. So obviously you're an artist yourself. What kind of things did you like drawing growing up? Did you do a lot of drawing?
Yeah. At first, I'm a portrait artist, so I just copied the facial expressions and lot of big canvas. Like I think it's 11 by 7. That's the I usually did when I was back way in 2009 or 2008. That's my extra income.
What did you use to paint with? What was your preferred paint?
I get paid for that. How much did I get?
No, what sort of paint did you use? Acrylic or gouache? Or...
Sorry. I did charcoal pencil, colored charcoal pencil. That's yeah.
Charcoal pencil.
Yeah. And charcoal colored pen. There's a charcoal colored, right?
Yeah. Wow, I've never tried those. Is it really? Because I'm really messy.
But it's it's messy in the sketch card. You can't apply that.
Did you study art at school or anything, or was it just in your spare time?
I think it's my passion. I'm a IT student, but I didn't graduate about the become a IT student. I transferred already to work on my passion.
And so IT, you mean technology?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you went from technology to your passion of drawing and painting.
Yeah. Actually, the first course I want to go is fine arts here in the Philippines. It takes 5 years to complete that. So my family is not that much have money to secure that education for me. So I transferred for only 2 years in IT. So more on programming.
So, how did you first discover sketch cards then? So you went from portrait art.
That's a great question.
Because portrait art.
Yeah. Me, I have a sister. And he got married on my brother-in-law. You know the name of Norbian Basho.
Yes.
Yeah. He is my brother-in-law. He is the one who taught me about the sketch card industries.
Oh, interesting.
Fantastic.
But he is so really shy about this, like interviewing or anything. But he can teach you everything he knows in the sketch card. So he started. I was started in a sketch card was in the project of Marty Konklinski.
Wait, yes.
It's a charity work. Island Dreams. That was my very first project. I get when I saw my name in the artist list. That's very very. I'm very happy to see my name in that artist list, and I want to share all over my families to know that I am a sketch card artist already. That was
amazing.
What did you do after that? Did you just once you started that set, you just kept right on going and did more?
When I started that Island Dreams, I think I started become curious about the sketch card. I do research because I'm an IT student. So I do research on YouTube, what is a sketch card and where we can find that sketch card. Suddenly, I can find it in Philippines. No one, I don't know if there's someone who collecting sketch card here in the Philippines, but mostly I got clients in that AP on the Marty Konklinski International. So I make my first PayPal after that Marty Konklinski first project. So I create my account PayPal after that Marty Conclisky projects.
Well, once you have your PayPal account, it's like set in stone. You are a freelancer.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
So what was the first company that you started working for?
I started with Tops,
Ooh, nice place.
Did you do Star Wars?
Star Wars, and
What was your first thing?
Masterpieces.
Oh, whoa,
Masterworks, sorry,
Wow.
Masterworks, sorry.
Master.
My very first
Masterworks.
project after the Masterworks, we have Walking Dead. Yeah, The Walking Dead.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, sweet. Masterworks is fun.
I didn't know about the AP. What is AP? It's all about. I just want to draw of the set and keep all the APs. I don't know how to sell that. So because my brother-in-law taught me what AP is all about, I'm trying to sell it in some group. I only have 2 groups in US. I think it's a sketch card market and Island Dreams group by Marty Konglinsky. When I started to sell my artist group, and I didn't know about the pricing of artist group that we have in every set that I have.
So
That
much
can always be confusing. I mean, some cards are just worth a lot more than it depends on the demand, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
demand. The licensed Star Wars always ask, and Lord of the Rings always you get more for that. And unfortunately, you don't get as much for your own property and stuff. But well, you know.
So we've been learning about EGS. Can you tell us what EGS stands
Yes.
for?
Actually, EGS. I started my group. I have a page already that Edge Graphics Studio. Edge Graphics Studio. That's the Edge Graphics Studio. It's my own page created by me. It's my you can see all my work in that page. So when I started my group, I think I can create a page also that showing all the Filipino artists' works in that page. So I registered the Edge Graphics Studio here in the Philippines, but there's such same name, so they did not approve that name, that Edge Graphics Studio. So it comes up for three letters only, EGS. So some also thinking that EGS is my name because Edward Santia, right? So
I thought it was
no. The decision was it's my circle of friends, the artists who started this EGS. I asked them what would be the name of our group. So they just suggest Edge Graphic Studio, then it turns to EGS Art Studio. That's the history of that.
And
What an amazing idea, though.
yeah,
I love it.
fabulous.
I mean, say if somebody from the UK wanted Philippine artists, would they be able to come to EGS and sort of get all the work posted back to them, all from you as a base? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Am I explaining myself properly?
Are you the main person who takes care of the studio, like jobs and things like that?
Richard Park, last time he posted I was related on that because RR Parks is a company, right? But it's one employee and it's only Richard Park. So I think we have same, but I have also a friend who helped me doing some edits, doing some layout about my cards. So I can tell that I am the only employee in my studio because I have a friend who support me also doing and giving me suggestions and layouts for our next project or upcoming projects.
What was the first project you did?
That was a very successful project. That's Sexy Warriors, but it's part of Sexy Warriors. It's part of a learning process with for a starter or a beginner in this kind of publishing. Because
who doesn't like drawing sexy ladies? I mean, they're so much fun to draw.
The team, it was also a suggestion, majority suggestion of my friends here in the Philippines, in the circle of friends of, I have an admin called in my EGS group. So I ask for suggestion if it's okay. Then the layout, they send me some layouts, then approval for all of us. I think it must be approved by 7 person before we go out for that layout.
How many people are in the EGS?
I have an all artists. Yeah, I think I have now 200 or 300 plus. Some
Wow.
of yeah. Some of them is part of RR Parks or Ultraman. So Richard Parks also helped me to the first project, the Sexy Warriors. Then he asked me about to make more artists here in the Philippines. So I want to share something about the EGS on the process why we build this kind of group. Um, I saw some artists. I'm not really good in sketch card. I admit that. So I saw a lot of artists doing artwork, submitting on me to make to enter the group. So when they submit a sample, I just found out there's a lot of Filipino having a great talent in that sketch card, in that art. So why not they can apply on the 2.5 by 3.5 sketch card. So they always send me sample like 8 by 11, big canvas paintings. They send me. I asked them, you want to try it on a smaller canvas? So we give them a sample sketch card. We ask them to make a personal sketch card or cut by 2.5 by 3.5 inches. Then make a sample for me. Then they submit all that sample. Then Richard Park suddenly told me that all the applicants we can do for Ultraman set also. So it helps more Filipino to give them opportunity to draw also.
That's cool.
Wow.
So how long has EGS actually been in existence? When did you start it?
We started December last year to 2021.
2021. So that's
December.
a
Then
year and a half. That's
it's not EGS at first. It's not EGS at first. We create the group. We are Lightning Studio. We are Lightning Studio. We do some project out of I think it's 2 or 3 project for Lightning Studio. Then we just decided with my group to create my very first project. But it's hard for me to say that it is easy just to create and sell it on the website because there's a lot of process. You know that the process was very exhausted. So a lot of loads.
Are there? Is it easy to find places that will print your cards in the Philippines? Do you have to outsource overseas, or can you get it within your country?
If it's easy for you to have your sketch cards printed for your company in the Philippines.
Your card set.
Yeah, the sketch card. I do. I have a friend who printed also just we call that calling card here. You know the calling card, the
business card.
So I asked him to create and give me a printout of like 2.5 by 3.5 inches, so that we can use in that card we can use watercolor markers. We test all the cards he gave to me. I think he gave me only 2 samples of sketch of card. Then I try it. If it's good for the ink, it's good for the watercolor, or it's good for markers, because we have different way to draw in a sketch card, right? So when he submit me 1 cards and I make it a personal sketch card of mine, so I try to draw a sample doing on that sketch card, and I just found out that it's a great canvas for the next for my project. So I gave him a contract to make me a lot of cards.
Is there anywhere that you can go and have a stall? Do you have Comic Cons or anything like that, or art shows over there?
Comic Cons, no. I didn't do that because I just found out that I love this kind of art when Norbian Basho invited me in every Comic Con here in the Philippines. I was only a bodyguard of Norbian Basho. I was only a driver of Norbian Basho. So all of the things, all the drawings he did here in the Philippines, I was there and I was looking only for the artist who draw on that table. But I'm not an artist on that time. So I'm just exposed on this art by that person is Norbian Basho.
So you do have conventions in the Philippines?
Yeah, we have here, but yeah, I go here, I think twice only.
What is it
Twice.
called? Do you have a particular name for that?
Comic Con, I forget about but it's a Comic Con here in the Philippines. All comics, there's a blank cover, there's a program also, but I didn't know about the name of that Comic Con because I'm just a driver of Norbian Basho.
Well, you won't be next time when you go with EGS and all your artists.
Maybe in the future, yes. We're looking forward for that also in EGS because we also invited in some province to do exhibit. So it's a first step for us to make more, to showcase more talents in our team.
So do you have projects for the future to showcase all your 200 artists and their work and more projects or
this year actually I'm planning to do I don't think that's an exhibit or what, but I'm planning to showcase all my artists. I want to make such a small comics just like this. A small comics, I think it's half of this.
And what was that?
It was non-sport update.
showing all their works in that particular comics. So it's what it will be included on our next project. It is Sexy Warriors 2, I think. That will be included on that in the Kickstarter. So
it's a bit
we're just planning. So, but it's already I have a layout already about that.
It's a bit like having your own artist agency, isn't it? I mean, going forward in the future, people could contact you and say, I want this type of artwork. And you'd say, well, here's this artist.
Yeah, that's right. You have so many with different styles. You can choose for each project what you need from all of them. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I saw a different art style in my group. So I admire always great starter artists who didn't know about the sketch card. Then when they get the sketch card and they draw about that sketch card, I was so very amazed because I can't do that. Honestly, I can do that just like the way they draw that pass. I think I gave them the project. It's more 20 cards. I started 15 cards for artists. Then they finish all that in just 2 weeks, 3 weeks. In that because they are first time. You know what? Because the first time, if you are a first time artist, you were very excited to draw the 15 cards, right? When I was first timer, I made my dynamite project. You know what quantity I requested for Mariano? It's about 300 cards because I'm so very excited because I just made it by I think it's more than 1 month or less than 1 month to finish all the 300 cards.
Wow.
Vampirella. I think it's Vampirella or Red Song.
Wow.
I work but it's very interesting project because
Well, having a lot to do in a short space of time, it really helps your skills and speed, doesn't it?
yeah.
So did you feel more comfortable after that?
Yeah.
Because it can be really hard to adjust from
After that,
big...
Yes.
What materials do you use to do your sketch cards now? Because you said when you were doing portraits, using sort of color charcoal.
No, I can't do that because it's too messy about the sketch card. Yeah, it's very. As I've said, Norgan Basha taught me about the materials, so I didn't know about that. He taught me about the pencil. I started with colored pencil, but I just found out that it's not meant for me. The pencil, it's not meant for me because it's very hard to copy the artist using that pencil. So I need to find my way how to draw on my own.
Yeah.
So it can be tell you, so like Norben Basho, he made like a pointillism, right? You know the pointillism. There's if you saw that card, you can tell that Norben Basho's work is that. Then in the future, I want to experience that way. That when I draw, you can tell that person who is the artist.
You're wanting to develop your own style.
So I now I'm doing my materials, and I do watercolor and markers. Yeah, that's mixed media, watercolor and
Sorry, excuse me. I need to go and get
markers.
That's okay. So you have also talked about that finally you are an artist, even though you said before you were not, but you're also an artist in charge of many other artists. So do you get together to work together sometimes?
In past years, no. When I got studio,
Yeah.
when I created the studio, I invited some artists to draw in my room. So they learned something from me, and I learned something from them also.
Oh, that's cool. And now I'd kind of like to direct over to the Kickstarter part. You, I think the Sexy Warriors was your first really project for EGS, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you decided to run that on Kickstarter, and it was your first Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Did you find it really complicated? Was it difficult?
Yeah, it's very difficult at first. Yeah. I think it's more than a month before I released that project because it's actually we plan to release that project October 2022. So we released the guidance of Sir Richard Park, all the strategy. I need to read all the paragraph he sent to me. Step by step, they point me what to do next and what should I do on that process. It's I'm very excited to release that on October, but it's not really complete. So I must think more on the strategy, about the printing, about the layout, and about how can I discuss to audience about this sketch card project, which is first ever Filipino project in Kickstarter. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, we are the first project for all Filipinos.
Wow.
Do your sets do they have base cards as well, or is it all original art?
Yeah, they have. I create. It's a part of suggestion of Richard Park. So, I just. I told him. When we are in meeting, I told him that I want to make a project only sketch card, I sell only sketch card, no base card. But suddenly, after a month, Edward, you need to do this. You need to do this because it's part how to manage and how to market this kind of product. So you know that Richard Park is very Um,
Enthusiastic?
um, he didn't know that my group is too big that time. I scheduled also a meeting with him with the Zoom meeting, but it's only 1 hour on that Zoom. He saw a lot of artists in the screen. So I think you saw already that post with Richard Park that we have a meeting for him.
Yeah. So what do you think? Are you going to be doing another Kickstarter? Are you going to explore a different way of releasing EGS cards, or are you going to work for other companies? What do you think you're going to do?
I'm still working in some project like Perna Studio. I'm part of his next project, and thank you for Perna Studio taking some of my artists to be part uh, of his next project. So I have a plan this July, but it's tentative. And the horror set, we have already a horror set, but there's no title yet. And yeah, the,
That'll be nice.
I gathered some feedback and suggestions to all my clients and all the collectors who I got all the comments. I collected all that so that we can apply on the next project, which is the sex aids and so on, which is we have already sent the promo card, which is sexy mecha. We called it sexy mecha. Why you're so laughing about why we
just
talking
think
about sexy? Because I think this is sexy. All the project of EGS will be sexy ladies.
No, I just love
works,
the
I mean,
honesty. I just love the honesty in the name, because most of the sets you buy, they are full of sexy ladies, but they won't call them that.
No, I totally agree. It's like this is it, and it works.
That's
I
what
mean,
it's about.
it's what it's
You know
about,
what?
and it works. So it's I think it's awesome.
Have you ever thought about doing some? Given that you're all Filipino artists, are there any like myths and legends from your country? Because I know literally nothing about any of that, and I know like when
I was just thinking.
I know when other countries do it, it can be really interesting. Like from the UK, you can do like King Arthur and Knights of the Round Table and all that. Have you ever thought about doing anything with Filipino myths and legends? And
Yeah, Lapu
Awesome.
Lapu.
no,
Yeah, it's our legend here. It's Lapu Lapu. You like
Lapu
do
Lapu.
it.
Oh, I have heard it. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure I've heard that name before.
Lapu Lapu.
But you must have some like mythology in the Filipinos, and
yeah. We
it
have
would,
a lot.
it would be really wonderful to have a set based on that. That the rest of us can kind of maybe learn something from you.
Yeah. We have here. We called it Tikbalang. You have a project horse, right? It's half human and half horse. So we called it Tikbalang. Yeah. And we have here Manananggal. Manananggal, it's a lady who has a wings, half body. You saw her
Like
half
a
body.
siren.
He can separate his body into two.
Oh wow!
That's Manananggal here.
That's so cool.
I don't know in English term, but it's Manananggal. You can you can tell that Manananggal.
I have never heard of it.
No, but I
I
love
don't
it.
think I
I
can
love the
pronounce it.
idea. Like detachable.
But
Yeah.
it would be wonderful to see a set based on all of those things,
Yeah.
those myths, legends, and characters that would make for a wonderful.
Sexy myths and legends.
Yeah, there you go.
We have also the Chana. That's a baby looks like monster. Yeah. We called it here Chana.
Okay.
My geography is terrible. Is the Philippines close to China? I'm going to sound like an idiot.
I think it's not because it's hard to understand the English language.
I've got a map over here, so I'm
Oh,
gonna.
you've got a map.
Yeah.
I got a map over here. I'm gonna guess it's. Well, I don't know. I don't.
I'm just wondering if any of the myths and legends overlap, and
Probably
maybe similar in similar areas. I don't know.
So you're going to be obviously you've got one Kickstarter under your belt. Will you be trying any other platforms for your projects, do you think? Like Indiegogo, or maybe privately done, or I don't know. What are your plans?
When we have the Kickstarter fully funded on the time, we have already we made a decision to sell another 10 days on our selling website. We have the selling website, but we are planning to make our own website, and it's on the process now. And we're going to sell all our leftovers or remaining packs that we didn't sell on that Kickstarter.
Oh yes, okay. So people wanted to get a set and they missed the
Kickstarter, but
they will still be able to reach you and pick up a set.
yeah.
How many cards? How many cards were in the set in total?
In our
Sexy
Mate, this Sexy Mate's the latest, or the Sexy Warriors?
Both. How many cards are in those sets? Are they big?
We have more cards here in Sexy Maids rather than Sexy Warriors, because we have invited more artists here in the Philippines. We got more great artists here in the Philippines, so that there's I think there's another 20 artists who join the Sexy Maids.
Okay.
That's additional artists for the Sexy Warriors.
So how many base cards did you have?
This Sexy Maids, we have 36 base cards.
36?
And,
nice.
36. And Sexy Warriors was only 18. So we choose very great artists in that base cards also.
And how many sketch cards did you include with each set?
Yeah, it's because we want to sell the sketch card. It's not only a base card for the on the process, but Richard Park taught us to make a base card from it. So in every pack we did the first project was, I think it's four sketch card on the standard pack with 4 base also.
That's good.
And yeah, the complete base card, it's we call that premium exclusive promo pack. It's it has 10 cards, one hand drawn base card like this, something like this.
Okay.
Are you then complete base card?
That actually, looking at that card, it reminds me, will you be doing any different size cards? Like, you have some bigger ones and some wider ones, or some that fold. Will you be trying any of that?
Yeah, it's we're planning to do that. But we started here in our original base card. We also printed 4x6 cards to send to the artist. Not, I want them to draw on our main logo. Not some artists draw on our first project, like Sexy Warriors. One of my artists makes on her own cutout, so he made his base card on that cutout. So next, I make it's part of a plan that next project we will having 4x6 to send to them to make the base card from it, so that when they return it to me, we will consider it part of the exclusive promo pack.
That's
wow. That looks really nice.
It will be just like a bonus to which is the higher tier, like this. It's
so pretty.
Lindsey, I could totally see you work on cards that big. I mean, really. For cats? Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
We have to talk about
could
that.
Fit a lot of cats on one of those, couldn't I?
I hope I'm clear to you because I'm not
Yes,
really in English.
I think you're doing fabulously well. You're doing
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's
So,
better than my Filipino.
right.
Zero.
So do you collect sets at all, or do you collect anything?
I started I started to collect when I have a group. When EGS started, I saw different kind of artwork. So I just amazed for that. So um I started to collect some of their works.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got some. And then um way back when 2009 until now, it's more than a year, right? I got lot of project, and if you see this, there's is lot of APs.
Oh, yeah, I think
Yeah.
you beat everybody I've ever heard about who said they had a lot of AP cards.
Is that your AP? Oh, we're having
I
an
collect
AP
all
draw.
blank things.
Oh, competition.
Oh!
Oh my God.
I have a lot to choose from.
So
You do like when you first start, any set you hear of, you just want to do them all. I want to do that and do that and do that. And then, excuse me, before you know it, you've got so many APs and no time to work on them because you're doing so many sets.
yeah, as Brett, I had a question I wanted to ask, and I completely. Well, collecting it was. Oh yes, did you in the Philippines, the trading card community? Did you bring it to the Philippines, or was there a trading card?
It was a plan. It was a plan.
I mean, was there one before you started all of this? Were there other people who already knew about trading cards?
Yeah. Yes. There's a lot of Filipino already. It's a pioneer in the sketch card. Like I know some artists. They already know about the sketch card, but I'm just a newbie about this, and I was just curious about this kind of industry. So the curiosity brings up for this project. So I think it helps. It helps a lot of artists here in the Philippines to showcase all their talents. The vision of the EGS Art Studio is just to share to all Filipino that we have an industry like this. The artwork was very popular in some area. It's here in the Philippines. Well, I think some of here know the sketch card, but a lot of our clients coming from US and different country, which is they love the art so much.
Okay.
They love so much.
That's awesome. So going forward, what is your big wish for EGS Studios?
The biggest dream for EGS artists, not for me, not for me, because I always looking forward to bring all my artists for my vision. So we want also to do it's our we hope to do some just we get some licensed character to do on our groups. That's the very big project. We hope so.
What direction kind of license would you be wanting to get of a particular style of movie or TV or something else? A book? What are you kind of aiming for, do you think?
I think it's not just like I think movie, but we have a lot of comics right here, so
Oh
we can
yes.
choose. We can choose. I think a lot of suggestion coming from my co-artists or the admins to make some just a manga set like that.
Oh, manga set.
Anime.
Awesome.
Anime, yeah.
Awesome.
Everybody loves anime. They're so cute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you go for a specific anime or just that style?
Just the style and any
Just the style.
in any and any licensed character. We can just apply the manga style.
Oh, well, that would be very workable. That would be doable. That would
Yeah.
see that. Can't wait to see that.
The nice thing about anime is you can add a lot of ribbons and bows, and you can kind of, you can make the outfit completely different to the original character, but it'll still, it's like a version, isn't it?
Yeah. We're also planning that to make our own characters in my studio, but it's a process also. So we go only for step by step, but in this time we need to focus on our sexy mates. Then after that, we need to focus again for the next project and get more artists to do some work for that. And
do you sort of look through the art everybody's done? Because one of the characters you could make could be a sexy maid, and you've got so much artwork there already. You could go, I like this bit of this sexy maid and that bit of that sexy maid. Squash it all together, you've got a character. You kind of the design work's kind of already been done.
Is there anything that you know now that you wish you knew when you started all of this with the art group and your projects and the Kickstarter?
There's a lot of still a plan, but
anything that you didn't know then that you wish you had known then, that maybe would have been easier if you'd known something.
Kickstarter. Richard Park shares to me the different Kickstarter site, some of them. So I just found out that there's a lot of strategy how you can make your own Kickstarter. So I just found out that I make my own. Then I just send him the link to approve the Kickstarter. Then there's a lot of corrections. There's a lot of correction. I need to remove this, or I need to change this. Some of the paragraph, he just changed it to make more easier to read my first project.
Okay.
You know what? Richard Park reject me twice to do the Ultraman set series. Series 1. So I apply for Richard Park. I make a sample of big cards like Logan of Wolverine. I submit it only charcoal. He asked me to draw on a smaller card, but I didn't pass. I didn't pass the standard of Richard Park on that time. So
well, it's going well now.
Are you in now?
It takes a year before he considered me for the first project, which is a series 1 of Ultraman. Then it comes up for Zoro and so on.
So it has been a big learning curve.
Yeah.
We're going to slowly head on out the door. Where can people find you? Where can they find you, Edward Santia, and all your artists, and find out more about you? Where can
if they want to know about my artists, they can contact on they can message us on EGS Art Studio page on our Facebook, and also EGS Art Studio on our Instagram. We have a selling website. You can see it on our page. So some of my clients and some of collectors also messaging in our EGS Art Studio.
Okay.
But,
so we will include all those links in the show notes below, so
thank you.
everybody can find. So you are on Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook, Instagram. You have a selling website. You're going to have another website. Are you going to be anywhere else? TikTok.
I think that's all for now. I think that's all for now in the Kickstarter. Yeah.
Okay.
They can message us on the Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can have a
I
link.
just want to clarify the first we make this project for all Filipino on that first set, and second set, Sexy Maids. We made for all the Filipinos to showcase their talent. So this next project was Sexy Mecha. We do invite some of our international friends so to make and join us for that project.
Okay.
Well, I just sent you a friend request because I like drawing sexy ladies. Sorry, special
Where's
guest.
Remy has just happened. Where's Remy's?
Remy has happened, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for having shared this. And I really would like to have you back on later in the year to see how it's going with your second project and or your third project, I should say, and what you have going forward and how it's going for everything in the Philippines.
And anything I can help to talk about that, it's okay. But we need to make a schedule because the time conflict of Canada, right?
I'm in Canada. Yes, Lindsey's in the UK. So yeah.
we have very big difference in time.
Yes,
What time is it where you are now?
It's about 11:15.
And
In the evening?
Yeah.
So you're exactly 12 hours difference from me then. It's about 11 in the morning. What time is it for you, Lindsey? Must be about 3?
4:15.
4:15. Okay.
Afternoon, yeah.
Oh, that's right. You changed your times recently, eh? I think.
I always change forwards, backwards.
We do our conversation with Richard Park. It's about here. It's 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. here, and we're just talking because for the suggestion and all the strategy and all. Yeah.
And you have to figure that out at 1 o'clock in the morning when you want to go to bed.
And I need to wake up in early morning to do the suggestion of Richard Park because I'm so very sleepy at that time.
Oh,
I wish you all the best with the future. And again, I'd really like to have you back on and talk to us again and see how it's all going. Thank you so much, Edward, for having come on.
Thank you so much.
it was lovely to meet you, Edward.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.